Very cool. Can I make the cameras bigger, actually? Let's see if I can do that.
Oh, nice door decoration.
Thanks.
I'm sure I've seen it before, but...
It is to remind me to leave the room every once in a while. There is adventure in the real world, too.
Supposedly.
Holy shit. That's some dry chicken breast.
That shit good.
I have to get some sauce. Otherwise, this is going to be a problem. Like, next time I eat it.
Yeah, next time.
I'm already too deep into this one. I feel like I have to eat a whole chicken breast dry so that I know what it's like, you know,
the pain,
and I can appreciate the benevolence of the sauce once it comes my way. I'm thinking about getting this Chipotle sauce called Bitchin' sauce. It's in it's in like Albertsons. It's in the store that I'm next to.
Okay. You could what was I gonna say? I don't. Words hard. I forgot.
And that's
I was gonna say you should get a fucking cooking thermometer, so you can just check the internal temp. Because then you can make sure it's juicy. Because like you hit that 165 internal, pull that shit out. You know what I mean? And then there isn't overcooking.
Yeah, I overcooked the shit out of this stuff. Chicken thighs taste great, though.
Oh, yeah. Cooking thermometers are cheap, too. Like, fairly.
I think we have one, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check. I think Isla bought
Highly
it.
recommend.
Okay. So, we have our player base for this evening. Mike said he'd be here for the first 30 minutes, but, you know, I don't even... 30 minutes isn't a long time anyway, so we will just assume he's not going to be here. We'll continue on.
He's a sleepy guy, yeah.
David is paging in from the train in Chicago. And
the main character is back at it, Jack.
Who's the main character now?
Me, Osiris is dead.
Oh, I see.
And Brelikk is dead.
Why'd you say Osiris is dead?
He's dead.
Any man who must say they are the main character is no true main character.
But like you said it in the context of being the main character. Was Osiris the main character in your mind for a little bit?
Oh, no, but, you know, he was really fucking with me, you know what I mean? So, like, people might have thought he was, but he wasn't.
Okay. Just making sure you didn't think that.
No, I mean, that would be presumptuous.
Yeah, that'd be cringe.
Indeed.
Okay, so...
Hold on, first started, I'll turn my camera on. Give me a second.
I am going to be eating loud things, but I'll try not to be too AIDS about it. Okay, so this is session 72 of Tragedy of War. Welcome. We'll kick off this session with a recap of what happened last time, which was probably like over a month ago now. Or about a month ago. I don't know. I'm sure someone's keeping track. Let's start. Last time on Tragedy of War. The session began with the faithful few in the old mosque of Ivos within the city of Bedlam. They were looting after their face-off with the traders of Ivos, who were adorned with these powerful magical artifacts. So while this looting took place, Osiris woke up in another place in time. In an unlikely turn of events, Osiris found himself kneeling before his god, Huul, the bystander. Rolland was nowhere to be seen, unfortunately.
Okay. Well,
But maybe soon. To meet his god in this way, Osiris and Huul, in this place of all places, was a strange thing indeed. But Huul explained that the traitor had stolen his domain and followers, then trapped him in this place. They essentially did a switcheroo. Huul also revealed that the quest of the faithful few is indeed a deception, one that was planted by the traitor back in the days of the first faithful, back within the house of Huul. Cistern is Bedlam. He spoke calmly, shattering the metaphorical glass in Osiris's mind. The bystander then accused King Anodyne of being one of such deceivers. He questioned Osiris's allegiance to Anodyne, reaffirming that his loyalty should be to the crown, and by extension, Huul, because the crown and faith are tied in Cistern. To be king is to be divine, in other words. As this realm, this temporary realm, began to crumble, the bystander confirmed that Osiris himself was indeed no deceiver. You are as true as they come, he spoke. And as his final act, he pleaded that Osiris purge the traitor from his cistern and usurp the deceivers that serve him. And then it was darkness. In the old Mosque of Ivos, the remaining faithful regrouped after their looting. In the middle of their gathering was this kind of raised basin sitting beneath the spotlight coming from the northern wall. Basong immediately stuck his face into the water for a nice cool drink. And while it was refreshing, he saw flashes of fire as soon as he did. Then darkness as he fell unconscious. Khanek followed soon after, witnessing with Basong the terrible truth that had been hidden from them. The traitor, revealing himself to be the one who lurked in the shadows from the beginning. The one that deceived the very first faithful. The one who forced upon you all this shitty prophecy and the tablets that came with it. The clown. Both Khanek and Basong, while not part of the first faithful and not there from the beginning of the story, they both understood. They both received the message that the clown was trying to convey. In the waking world, Rolland gathered together all of his unconscious party members and stood guard for what was to come. A divine pillar of light appeared in the center of the room. its origins unknown, dragging the unconscious faithful few and Rolland into its light. The light was so bright, it was blinding, replaced instead by the desert hot sun overhead. In front of Rolland, in this new place, beneath the shade of a palm, upon the side of a dune, laid Osiris Oroles. Beside him laid the other members of the faithful few, all breathing calmly, slowly, alive. The session ended with the reveal that the party had been teleported to the kingdom of Cistern.
Whoa.
So,
Do I... Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna ask if I knew if, like, this was, like, the doing of, like, a god or not.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Religion. 15.
Religion.
Respectable.
All right, now make me an insight check.
An insight check, okay.
Yeah.
IG?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so I would say you definitely think there was some divine intervention going on here. And you probably liken it to Aewa initially.
No, Aewa.
But something inside you tells you there's something else going on here. Like, however you want to make that conclusion for Rolland, totally up to you. But
Sure.
he could just believe it was Aewa and think nothing more of it. But with the insight check, you know, you just feel like things could be not as
Something's
they seem.
off.
Yeah. Given
So, like, I sense Aewa, but I don't feel great about it, necessarily.
yeah, Roland's experience with this world is very, like, I imagine, like, not very trusting.
Sure, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'll take that with a grain of salt then.
So, where are we now? Let me bring you back to the map. Ambient.
But I still see everyone with me, right?
Mm-hmm. They're all sound asleep. And
Osiris's dead body.
Osiris is breathing.
Oh, well.
Hey, but you could kill him
Could be.
right now if you wanted to.
The laws of friendship forbid me.
I see. Very lawful of you.
Wait, hold on. The person who saw the vision of the bet. So only Osiris knows that Cistern is Bedlam, right? We don't know that shit.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
I mean,
So we don't know shit. We don't know why we're in Bedlam or Cistern. Okay.
yeah. I mean, basically, probably Osiris thinks Huul teleported you all, you guys had like a flashing vision of the traitor, and then you woke up in Cistern. You're not sure why, but like basically everybody's having like different divine experiences in the last 30 minutes of last session. And Rolland, in this place, it's just for you, and for everybody, but for you because you're awake. You're just able to take in the warmth of Cistern as it wraps around you, compared to where you were before. It is very serene and calm in this place. You see, like, the sand blowing over your party members, and, like, the fronds of the palm tree are blowing in the wind. But it's all very gentle, very soothing.
That's very nice. Too bad those winds are full of deceit.
You don't know shit.
Cistern is evil, Jack.
You don't know shit? Sorry, Rolland. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. You can't meta.
Cistern's evil.
You
What
don't
do you
know
mean?
shit,
I know that.
cunt.
I know that dumb cunt Osiris is from here, and his dumb cunt Prince Anodyne is here.
You don't know why he's alive. You thought he was dead.
No, I just out of game wished it to be so.
No, I'm saying in game. You don't know
In game
shit.
wished it to be so.
You don't know shit, retard.
So, on the map, you guys are... on the map, you guys are on the eastern side
Prince Anodyne.
of Cistern. Kind of on the border, close to the border between Forlorn and Cistern. But all you see around you is sand and desert and dune and some rock formations and desert vegetation. But you're also kind of in like a divot in the sand, if that makes sense. A divot in the desert. So
Understood.
you kind of have to see around. Khanek.
Well, we're not. Okay, I was gonna say because I was
And
like, I
Basong.
don't think we're awake. Right?
Yeah, for those asleep, make a con save. And we'll say DC 15 to awaken.
Fuck. Motherfuck.
I'll make one for you, Basong, since you're on the train.
Oh, yo. Does this sleep give us a long rest?
No.
Fuck.
You're still decrepit.
Well, worth a shot.
Does this sleep give us a short rest?
Sure.
Yippee!
I'd classify it as a short rest.
Where's the short rest button? I already
Right next to the
forgot.
long rest one.
Thank you.
Oh, you have to roll. Okay. David can do this when he gets back. Okay. Very good. Oh, I feel so short rested.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature, huh? So, Basong would stir awake. Whereas Khanek would remain asleep.
Bullshit.
Roland, you see Basong kind
Nothing
of
would go over
stir.
my head. I would
That's
catch it.
bullshit, and you know it.
You say anything, Dan? When he wakes up, Roland?
To who?
To Basong. Any quippy one-liner?
Ah, you're finally awake.
Okay.
No. No,
Wow, Skyrim reference. I love Elder Scrolls.
I just say, get up. We've been transported.
Imagine David's not going to roleplay from the train, but you imagine he gives a grunt and he stands.
Yeah, no,
David,
no.
roleplay from the Chicago CTA. Everyone around you is just as insane. They'll just think you're a cracked out fucking rando.
He has a point.
I have a point. Think about it.
Yeah, Jack roleplayed from the airport.
Yeah, I laughed at Cannon getting his arm blown up
Will gave him an aneurysm.
like an idiot. Fucking dumbass.
Cannon played from a public transport in Japan.
God, Cannon.
I have. I'm a dedicated D&D player.
Mm-hmm.
So am I. That's why I play on the airplane.
You would if there was free Wi-Fi. That was the. There wasn't though. That's not your fault.
So, you guys have this exchange. You're both standing. And you both hear a rustling come from Khanek's pack. And a moment later, the Tablet of Chaos shoots out into
No
the
way.
space above you.
Is everyone awake? That's in the
It's
session?
just you and Basong.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's happening to Khanek while he's passed out.
Got it.
The tablet
He was
is
asking for it.
burning brighter than ever before. The names Endare and Qeynos are clearly showing upon its surface.
Let's go.
And
And we get the buff.
the name Ivos takes its place among them. All three names upon the Tablet of Chaos burn as the Tablet of Law
Wait,
before.
Evos is the god of Bedlam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bedlam is Cistern, 100%. Oh, so we're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I knew it. I knew it.
All right, Harry. What buff shall we add to our inventory? Blessing of Evos?
Yes, and I'll copy paste.
Holy shit. It's happening, boys. We're evil.
Or no, not evil. Chaos.
Chaotic. We're chaotic evil, you're right.
No, we're chaos.
Oop. Ignore that.
Whoa. Whoa.
So everybody receives +1 to their proficiency.
+1 proficiency?
Yeah. and or proficiency or expertise in the deception skill.
Oh, so you pick. Okay. Oh, I mean, depending on what you want.
Yeah, if you have proficiency already.
I didn't, so now I get proficiency.
Nice.
Blessing of. Oh, I thought it was Evos with an E.
No, Ivos.
It's a regional dialect.
It's funny.
+1 proficiency.
So, you all receive this blessing. But unfortunately,
How do I change my proficiency?
these names are burning so bright that a glowing crack ruptures through the tablet. Then another, and another, and then the embering energy contained within becomes too much. The Tablet of Chaos shatters, its fragments shooting out into the surrounding sand and into you all. Make a dex save. Yeah.
I'm fucking
Whoa.
asleep right now.
Yeah, so you fail.
So you fail.
Okay.
Make a con save
Fucking-
to see if you wake up.
It doesn't just wake me up if I take damage?
David says he
We'll
has
say the
advantage
save.
on dex saves from sources he can see.
Alright, well, I'm awake now.
Yeah, he can see it, so he has advantage.
David, you want me to just roll for you?
You are
or
awake
have Harry
now.
Do it?
What is it? Is it advantage? Oh, you rolled a 7,
Wait.
Basong.
With advantage?
Yep,
That's fucked.
it's tough. Okay, so looks like everybody takes the full 4d8 piercing. 19 piercing damage to all, and to all a good night.
Very good.
I'll apply it to Basong. Just an extra fuck you before the tablets leave.
As you would.
Hope you guys enjoy that mechanic. Oops, I deleted the
Numbers.
number. 19.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to change your proficiency bonus in Foundry right now, so when I figure that out, I'll let you know.
Thanks. Yeah, because I did not take the time to figure that out. We'll just manually apply it to every roll we ever make, Canon. Doesn't that sound fun?
That's what I would do.
Okay. Let's go back to IRL D&D, where we manually keep track of everything.
Cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, these shards, like, shooting into the sand, thun, 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 and hitting each of you in various ways, slicing along your ligaments and some such. But generally, you're all still fine. It would appear as though this divine short rest was quite potent, keeping you all protected in some way. But notably, this tablet shattering was very loud. Like probably the shatter spell would be. I think it even describes it as that. The sound of the shattering dissipates into the dunes. And everyone who's here is now awake, like
Right.
meta here.
Super cool.
Osiris and Dalen are still unconscious.
Fuck them.
Yep.
And
trying.
let's make sure they take the damage too, shall we?
Yeah. Good thing we short rested.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not doing that for them. All right.
Lamau.
Lamau.
I'm not doing that for that.
Okay.
Good times.
So, yeah, you've all had these different experiences. Rolland, you saw your party members get tractor beamed into a divine god ray. Khanek,
Right.
you saw a burning god laughing like a clown, and so did Basong. You guys touch base with each other at all about these
Nope.
experiences?
Well, first there's an explosion, right? There's an explosion, right?
From the tablets?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like, that
exploded.
just happened.
Yeah,
Wake the
that
fuck
did
up.
just happen. Yeah.
I tackle the song. I'm like, get down.
What the fuck just happened?
So you both get
The
impaled.
tablet. The tablet of K. I rolled a 6 anyways, Harry.
Oh, okay.
I
I see.
was roleplaying it.
Gotcha.
The Tablet of Chaos? Is
The
that...
tablet of chaos exploded. Jesus fuck.
But wasn't...
well-
Isn't Cistern a city of neutrality? Why the Tablet of Chaos?
Maybe because we removed it from its domain. No, that wouldn't make sense.
No. Why didn't that happen in Bedlam?
Perhaps it has something to do with Ivos himself.
The hell does that mean?
What happened while you were asleep? All I saw was I was guarding your bodies as you went into this trance almost. And
The return of the clown. That's what happened.
clown, but no, I sensed Aewa. I sensed that the gods had transported us here to Cistern. There was something off about it, though. But I definitely sensed Aewa's presence in this phenomena.
I did not expect to find myself back in Cistern after all this time. But
All right, he's a human under all that.
the first faithful did start their journey here. I wonder if this was meant as a capstone of sorts by destiny itself. Almost like a manipulation by forces beyond our will.
Maybe.
Looking at the camera.
Looking at the DM.
Yeah. And as you say this, your attention falls to the unconscious Osiris laying in the sand. A man who
What the hell?
you thought was
Oh,
surely dead,
Osiris Aurolis!
disintegrated even by Commander.
He was disintegrated in
Death
front of
Ray.
our eyes.
He's breathing, Khanek. Perhaps Aewa
See
spared
this.
him.
Intervention.
Perhaps
This is
it
also
was.
the doing of gods.
Mm.
Osiris
Something-
fucking Aurolis.
Still can't shake this feeling, Khanek. That
Can I?
something else is happening here. I don't think this is purely the goodwill
Wake
of
up,
the gods.
Osiris! As I go over and I kick him.
No memory. No memory. He wakes up and he has no memory. You have to at least give me this one, Harry. No.
Wakes up and he has no memory. You kick him.
Joe Osiris, wake up!
You kick him, Khanek, and he doesn't seem to respond, though he does seem rather peaceful.
How is he still alive?
I said
He's turned to dust like
divine intervention. Wait, maybe that means Brelikk is still here. I look around.
I also look around.
Brelikk is gone.
Bullshit,
Damn it!
Harry, and you know
It
it.
should have been him!
Frozen. Left to freeze in that cave.
Reduced to atoms.
But Khanek, what do you think of you have a bone to pick with the divines, don't you?
I do.
And how's he interpreting this?
I don't like that we are pawns of God, but at the same time, I recognize that there might be problems at afoot right now, even with, gods that they cannot handle. So,
Yeah. Makes sense to
so
me.
I don't want humanity to be pawns to God, but at the same time, there seems to be more malevolent beings. Khanek's a very practical man in that sense, like.
Right.
I can't necessarily beef with God if there's other fucking cunts trying to fuck with us.
Right. Yeah, he never said he didn't believe in any gods. He just
No. Yeah, Khanek never said he doesn't believe
He
in God.
just-
He just doesn't want humanity to be the pawns of greater powers.
Yeah. That makes sense. Which is perfect.
He believes in free will.
Only if you're enlightened. He only believes that if you're enlightened.
He believes
Like
that you
himself.
can attain free will.
Yeah. There you go. Yes. He believes that if you can see the threads of fate, that you then have free will, because then you're basically like you're changing, destiny and greater machinations.
The inner
course.
machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Anyways, fuck you.
Based.
Yeah.
That
So
makes sense,
Osiris
yeah.
doesn't wake up.
Osiris does not wake up. But
I'm still
Now,
looking
how
for
the hell are we supposed to
Brelikk.
tell that fucking... Weren't we supposed to tell the Bedlam leaders what we had just witnessed? Now how the hell are we supposed to do that? All the way in fucking Cistern.
Man, can we say that I have Brelick's ashes?
no.
So I can do an Ock funeral?
No, unfortunate. Wait, well, who's the one who looted him? It was Khanek.
I did. Yep.
Would you have wanted to grab his ashes?
No.
No!
Because
don't
I
care
know it
about
was
Brelik's
ashes and loot, and I know we looted
No,
him, but...
Khanek doesn't give a fuck about Brelik's ashes. He doesn't, no.
Perfect.
No!
That has no meaning to me. And Khanek.
Yeah. So, as these thoughts finish, Khanek, you see a silhouetted figure appear on top of a dune behind Rolland. The sun is kind of low in the sky. It seems to be later in the day. No, earlier in the day, sorry. It's, like sunrise time. And the figure on top of the dune is, just a man by the looks of it, bending over, and he picks up a fragment of the shattered tablet. The man
We got company.
inspects the fragment for a moment. Then he kind of, ha! Bugger off with this junk. Tosses it down the dune.
What the?
This guy sounds like Qeynos. Do I recognize this voice?
No, but
I do not. Okay.
he
sounds like fucking Qeynos.
the man kind of tossed it down the dune in your direction, and then he sees you all. So he starts stepping and sliding down the dune to meet your acquaintance.
Interesting.
This is the man you see before you. Didn't think I'd find another lot out here this time of morning.
Oh no.
And you probably won't. How far are we from the closest city?
Looking for Cistern, are you? That's
Yeah,
just due
something like
west.
that.
Due west of here. Yes, sir. Let me say.
How
course, they're
far due
Australian.
west?
Say again, Jack.
How far due west?
Oh, it's about a hour's journey or so. You lot look worse for wear, let me say. What brings you out here this time of morning?
Oh, just divine intervention.
Perhaps, yes, perhaps it was the fate of the gods.
Right. Pretty, out there. For me, I suppose. You all understand you're in a prospecting area. It's a
What do you mean
place
prospecting area.
He means
we're
mine.
sifting, we are. Looking for all kinds of myriad of trinkets out here.
Not
Yes, sirree, the
just me.
desert pays well, it does.
You're looking
Yeah.
for minerals.
Well, Cistern has more
Minerals.
things like. Do you remember Mulka? He said that they were looking for their dead dragon bones in Cistern. If you're trying to turn a profit, I recommend.
You're
more
not looking for
dangerous
dragon
places.
bones.
Oh, aye.
So,
We found a great number of those out here. A
Dragon
dime
bones?
a dozen, I'd say it.
why the fuck were they digging back there?
Oh, well, only lately has been the prospect inside of Cistern. Wasn't allowed before. Prince Anodyne didn't much like the idea of digging up weapons of war. But Things have changed. Anodyne's a king now.
I see.
He's rallied every able-bodied man, woman, and child to sift the sands of Cistern.
What the hell is he digging for?
God. That's
What's he
crazy.
digging for? He's
Yeah.
all kinds of things, I suppose. Me, myself, I found a few barrows of armaments and weaponry and some such. A couple of, one or two ballistae from old world. And a whole
Rudimentary
heaping
weapons
pile
doesn't
of
seem like
streak
something
stone. There's a lot of
Ancient
streak
tech.
stone out here under the sand, let me tell you.
Alright,
Not
but
worth
what
the
does
time
Anodyne
to
want
mine it anymore,
specifically?
though, mind you. Say again, sorry.
I don't think a
think
king
he's
would
told the
mobilize an
people.
entire kingdom for some simple old artifacts.
Yeah.
That's something.
I might be
sell.
using some hyperbole here. It's not every man, woman, and child, but the children are actually left out of it, but
Surely he wants something greater. Technology?
Yeah, it is,
Did he
David.
discover something?
technology. Oh, yeah, well,
Technology.
there's plenty of things out here from the dwarves, let me say. Found quite a few a trinket out here.
Ancient dwarf tech.
They say Cistern's the new Sanctum. Whole wasteland of goodies out here.
That was always Sanctum's thing.
Oh, I know.
That's why everyone went to Sanctum if they wanted to turn a profit.
They don't have to go there anymore. Things are a lot easier. Well, working conditions could be better. Hot as hell out here. But I'm not one to complain.
So you're telling me you found dwarven technology in Cistern?
Yeah, I usually pick up whatever I find as long as it seems useful. Normally, I don't really know what it is till I bring it to the market to be apprised.
How soon are you going to this market?
To the market? Well, it's the beginning of the day. I still got a whole day's work ahead of me. Just trying to be the first one out here. Early.
Is there any... What time is it?
It's about 6 or so in the morning.
Khanek, is there any point staying with this gentleman?
I just want to get to Cistern and figure out why the fuck we're here. And not...
Right.
Well, if you're headed
Ladies.
toward town, you ought to get yourselves checked out.
What do you mean?
You all did a bang-up job getting banged up, let me say.
You know, I haven't been Cistern in a long time, and I never knew of these harbingers of Anodyne. But now that we have one with us, I'm sure we'll be more welcomed.
Yes, we have one of Prince Anodyne's head twats with us.
You lot travel in the company of a harbinger.
Correct.
First in his name.
That's good.
Well, in that case, he pulls out, looks like a small
He's actually a harbinger.
mechanical coin.
I would kill myself if this guy was a harbinger.
This is Needle.
Name's Wayne,
This
by
is
the way.
the needle of the fucking harbingers. God damn it.
He flicks this metal coin into the sand beside him, and it quickly unfolds, expanding to
What
the form of a sizable, like, wheelbarrow, basically. But it's got like a sled where the wheel would be.
He's got dwarven magitech.
But for transporting, prospecting items. But why don't you put your friend there in one of these? Might make moving him about a bit easier on the joints.
Wait, they have pocket pussies? They have trans-dimensional pocket pussies? Are you fucking
No,
kidding
he doesn't
me?
go in. He doesn't go in, Jack.
Oh, I was gonna
He doesn't
kill
go
myself,
in.
Harry.
He
Jesus
he made a wheelbarrow with like a mechanical coin,
Yeah.
which you've seen before actually
I just
with a battering
Okay.
ram previously is what it was.
can't believe you would do that to us, you know? Like, what the fuck?
You lot look like you need it more than me, let me say. And if you're headed toward town, get yourselves checked out by Dr. Qeynos. He's in town for only a few more days, they say. Nick of time for you lot.
Dr. Caius, I'll make sure. Please, how much does something like this cost? Let me repay you.
Oh no, free of charge.
Well, if I find you in the city, I'll buy you a drink then.
I'll take you up on that, sure. Pleased meeting you, folk. And so long.
You as well.
I should mention, Dr. Qeynos is at No Man's Land, the tavern, on the east side of town. So, head for there. He'll check you out good. He'll fix your friend there, too. And he nods. And
I have like a Khanek, and I just like, okay, sure.
he begins trekking up the dune he came from. Khanek.
Yeah.
Dr. Qeynos is familiar to you.
Can't believe he's still around. Get going.
And you all move out of this area. Oh, well, may I presume that you guys put Osiris in the wheelbarrow?
In the pocket pussy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Basong, would you like to take reins on that so you're wheeling him around? Let me know. Okay, perfect.
It is the song in town.
So, with that random encounter out of the way,
Highly random.
you guys head in the direction that he mentioned, and as you trek over the dune on the far side of the divot that you guys are inside of, you see that the sun, like the sky is orange, and the sun is just peeking over the horizon, and the city of Cistern is in the distance.
Do we see any of those disgusting ass elemental creatures? Guar creatures?
Guarites.
Yeah, guar.
You want to try and
Guarzards?
keep an eye out for them on your.
No, I don't know. I don't know that Guarzards would be here. I wouldn't know that.
Okay.
So. But Harry, do we see any guar pools?
Oh, the pools.
Because
You
I'll
would not.
refill my flasks with guar if I see any. Okay.
Not immediately.
Okay.
Y'all travel down these dunes toward the kind of the southern coast of the kingdom where the city lies. As you make your way through the sands to the main road, you pass by a number of people who are kind of brushing off these ancient relics and ruins. In your time, Khanek, these ruins were never visible. It's clear that
No, they weren't. Literally, the only thing. That's why everyone went to fucking Sanctum to do this shit.
yeah.
And that's why fucking only Mulka was the only one here, because he was the one who was getting shit done.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll also say
Crazy.
Dalen's in the wheelbarrow with Osiris as well.
Oh, yeah.
Who's on top, who's on bottom? You guys decide.
I think
Who's
we
on
lay them
first?
next to each other.
As a sign of equality.
Yeah, they're both halfway hanging out, you know?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah, like, I would say for anyone who was here at the beginning, like any character that was here at the beginning of the campaign, like Dalen
No character
or-
was here except for Dalen.
Yeah.
And Mike's not here, so tough titty.
So I just wouldn't say it, yeah.
Yep, you wouldn't say it. Sucks.
It was just gonna be related to the ruins, but
No Brelikk, no Dalen.
that's fine.
God.
No Negotiator, no Misk. But Misk is out there
I knew
somewhere.
Khanek was the
that
real main
disgusting
character.
bastard.
But no doubt these individuals brushing off these ruins and relics are prospectors of some caliber, like Wayne, which is what the guy said his name was in his ramblings. And they're all looking to make their fortune on the next big find. Honestly,
Bet they
Khanek
are.
kind of takes you back a little bit, if you have nostalgia. for
Fuck
those
these
days.
guys. They suck ass. You know what real men did back in my day? They went to fucking Sanctum. I stormed the beaches of Sanctum. I fought the machines. I'm not a fucking pussy.
I'm not a fucking pussy. You close in on the main gate of the city after a little over an hour, we'll say. And you hear the hustle and bustle of town folk coming from within the walls. And this sled barrow thing that David is using to carry both Osiris and Dalen turns into a wheelbarrow as it makes contact with the hard sandstone of the streets. Osiris's and Dalen's unconscious bodies are bobbing up and down with the bumps in the road. And you step through the city's main archway, like the main entrance, and the first thing you notice is basically how busy this place is. The cities are absolutely flooded with people. There's people haggling with street vendors. There's vendors yelling at people to make room for new customers. There's wagons along the side of the street edges filled with foods like cheese and produce, tropical things of that nature. And there's horse-drawn carriages kind of wheeling up and down the street, kind of going deeper into the city and also leaving through the main archway of the city on this side. Smells like a mix of delicious food and horse shit. And it's kind of like one of those, like a deceptive city smell where you smell something good, but if you like take too deep of a breath,
Chicago.
you smell something bad. Yeah.
Chicago.
It's a deceptive city smell.
Crazy.
Chicago.
More like New York, but yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah, no, I was able to pull from real world experience with that one.
Anyhow. Alright. I know what Cistern smells like.
You do.
Khanek's a resident of Cistern.
And he mentioned that No Man's Land was on the eastern side of town, but that isn't even like he didn't even need to say that to you, Khanek, because you know that where this tavern is.
Bet your ass I do.
It's one of the oldest taverns in
I
Cistern.
bet your ass it is.
And it's not the nicest place, but it's very old and very tried and true. That's where he says Dr. Qeynos is. But you guys enter the city. Where do you go?
Let's go
Alrighty.
to the tavern and meet
Let's
this
save the city.
fucking guy.
We look for the tavern, which somehow Khanek seems to know.
Right.
What
so
do you mean
Rolland,
somehow?
in-
I know it all.
from your perspective, yeah, Khanek starts leading the way, just like instinctively, it seems like. And you can only assume to the tavern, but you kind of realize that, you know, personally, this man, like you know, like his machinations more or less and how he's crazy, but in terms of like personal things about him,
I'm not
you-
crazy.
you
Just ahead of
haven't
the curve.
learned that much about him, but in this moment it
not
feels
crazy,
like you're kind of
Harry.
seeing a peak, you
I'm
know.
not crazy. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Your character is part of the KKK.
That is false. Fake news.
No.
Yeah.
You? Do any of us know each
Fake
other on a
news.
deeper personal
What the
level?
fuck? Fake news.
So true, David. So true.
Do any of us know each other on a deeper? Nope.
No.
David, you are a cannibal like islander, from what I understand.
We always gotta hang out and kill things.
you
True,
eat other
David.
people. Yeah. We're honestly like the Blood Meridian like fucking gang. Honestly, like David, if this party was led by more people like you, it would just turn into Blood Meridian. We would just go around like eating people, scalping them, like it would just turn into Blood Meridian. I'm gonna be real. And then we would become the villains, basically.
Yeah,
Space,
everyone's so much more civilized than David.
Foggy.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's literally Blood Meridian. If David was in charge, we would literally be like those fuckers, and we'd run around like eating people.
Who says David
Based.
isn't in charge? Maybe he's the main character, guys.
Maybe.
Will be
I guess.
after
I
we
guess
all
so.
die. That is the
After we
truth of this
die
world.
and he survived. Is the
That is the
ring.
truth
Anyhow,
of this world.
so I'm leading the way to the tavern,
You are.
and they must follow.
They do.
Get fucked.
God ordains it.
Get fucked, follower.
So you bring them through the alleyways and from some back streets to get away from the hustle of these main roads that seem to be the most trafficked by fucking tourists and people looking to make their fortune in this like gold rush of magical trinkets
Artifacts.
and
Yeah.
artifacts.
Ancient dwarf attack.
Yeah. And you all emerge from an alleyway into this side street, and you turn left, and you find yourself standing outside this like shack of a building with these this very tattered like wood shingle roof. It's single story, and there looks to be kind of like a pool to the like a community pool to the right of the building, and there's people in the pool, there's people in the tavern, and then there's a bunch of vendors just in random places. Seems like wherever there's open space, like a vendor's just like, I'll just set up some shit here, and that's basically
Ooh, this is probably a good place to get rid of our fucking extra items.
but
We say we do that between sessions, like, oh, we just go do that eventually.
Sure.
Ah, shit, it's a combat map. Ah, shit, it's Tarek in the pool.
Cisternian Knights. All that.
So,
I'm just saying, so we don't have to actually waste time going through inventories during session.
yeah,
Right.
we can say that like this whole city is like a market basically. It's so. David hates Chicago public transit. Okay.
Let's get to the fucking place.
Most base thing I've heard all night, dude.
So, let's make these guys
Rail
unconscious.
behemoth. I like trains.
When you enter this sightline, you would see what I described before. But notably, which maybe it's not notable, but you would clock it as you pass by. It looks like there's a giant sitting in the
What the fuck?
community pool.
Wasn't the last giant in?
And
Wasn't the whole thing with traveling to Mount Ukarana and the people to get to the last giant? Wasn't the last giant sickly and dying? Why the fuck is there a giant here? Wasn't that the whole point of his people? The
world,
Shulma or whatever.
the world is a little bit bigger than that, Jack.
The DM did not think of this situation at the time. Retcon.
No.
No, it's not a retcon.
I never said it was Death of a Giant, but there are very few.
Well, I've never seen a giant in Cistern before, so...
Correct, yeah. No, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
And he looks to be mid-conversation with a man with his back to you all, kind of in the back corner of the tub. But the door to the tavern is to your left. What do you all do?
Dude.
Yep.
Fuck is there a giant
Roland, do you go with Khanek
say-
into the tavern?
Is the giant in the tavern? Or
Oh
outside
my
of it?
god, it's this
Oh,
guy.
it's outside of it.
It is...
Before you, I'll talk to the giant.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess.
Basong,
Holy shit, it's this guy.
Basong, where do you
Which
go?
guy? There are many guys here, Jack.
No, it's this guy.
I
don't know
he
what
seems
character
sort of
that is,
familiar.
but it's
He looks
this
like
guy.
a cunt.
I know, he does look familiar. Fuck, which guy is that? It's a guy we've met before. Fuck, this campaign had too many NPCs. I don't know which guy he is.
Yeah, this campaign does have a lot of NPCs.
Got a problem?
Fuck, which guy
No.
is
He looks gay. Like,
He might be.
he?
He looks
Must
like
have
in
met
the
him
closet
back
gay,
in
you know what I mean?
Gale. My prediction is he's a Gale character.
Jesus Christ.
he has to be, right?
Is he a Gale character, Harry?
No. Okay.
What?
I have crossed the river. Let's go, David.
David.
Here,
Rolland
David,
is
I'll
going-
upload a screenshot.
Roland is going to the right to say hello to this giant and join the hot tub conversation. And Khanek has gone into the tavern to find the doctor, which you currently have both of the unconscious individuals. If you want to go with him, or just ignore it and follow Roland. Up to you. Osiris and yap and distract Harry a little longer. Okay. We'll just queue up a songs. Oh, you follow Roland? Yeah, that's fine.
There, hopefully you can sort of see what's going on, David, with that picture.
I'll move him over there. Khanek. Upon
Yep.
entering this tavern, you...
Who is this guy?
You've never met him before in your life.
What?
Khanek. Being,
Oh. No.
Who met him?
Peacekeeper had.
Who is he?
Peacekeeper.
You don't know who he is.
No, as Peacekeeper. Who the fuck was this guy? I'm asking as Jack.
Oh, he's a
I
console.
don't see Peacekeeper.
Console Arnor.
Oh, yeah. I was
Oh,
like, he
he's a
had to be
damn elf
console then.
bastard.
Yeah, because he has elf ears, so...
He's the guy who was framed for the changeling attack on Cistern, or the elven attack
Nice.
on Cistern.
Nice.
Well, changeling, yeah,
And
for the
Who's
changeling.
this guy with the giant fucking sword?
You don't know. But he is sitting down at the table, sword kind of leaned against the table. Like the wood of the table seems like it's kind of straining under the weight of the blade. And he is just chowing down on some food. And the two men across from him are having a conversation with each other, not really paying attention to him. It doesn't look like they're together, like as a full group.
As a couple.
Oh, I look for the doctor.
You spy him.
Where is he?
He sits across from Consul Arnor.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. This guy's gonna sell you supplements.
Fucking Vin Diesel.
Our long-awaited reunion.
The man talking with Arnor, he turns and he looks at you as you presumptively approach, and he stops for a moment and kind of blinks, putting his hand on the table and leaning back. Khanek Baeon, it has been a long time.
So,
No.
over the course of a year, you've managed to become quite well known.
Yes, I'm known mostly in Western Rapture, of course, but I have come with some natural remedies and all kinds of benefits of the ancestors of past. And when he says that,
And
you
all
know
kinds of
he's
snake oil, I'm sure.
referring to the dwarves. Ugh.
Fucking bad luck.
When the hell did they start unearthing dwarven technology in Cistern?
Around the same time Anodyne came to power. You see, he is a very ambitious man.
How the hell did he even know it would be here in Cistern? There are only dragon bones here.
Well, over the centuries, I'm told that few things were unearthed, though not intentionally. Cistern was seen as a neutral territory, and so such activities were not necessarily prohibited. But now they are. It is very good to see you again, Khanek. Have you met these men? He gestures to
Or
the elf.
Giggolos.
He's Consul Arnor of Haven.
I just look at him.
You a fucking changeling.
And
That's so good.
I love this. Me, a changeling? You're absolutely mistaken. I'm here to make
Alright,
sure
just the
that
way you
that
responded, there's a 5% increased chance that you're a changeling.
Listen, the question is misguided. If you ask me if I'm a changeling, I say yes. then I'm a changeling. If I say no, then I'm a changeling. This
It has nothing to do with your answer. It has the amount of a cunt you are.
Listen,
Only
I
a
don't
changeling answers
know
in such cuntish ways.
what your
You know every fucking
predispositions
changeling we came
are.
across? You know what the last consul I came across? You know what I asked him? I asked him, why pass all these useless fucking laws and arbitrary agreements? And he said, oh, we must try for the people. He was a fucking changeling. Just like the rest of you fucking
That
elves.
sounds about
Fucking
right.
changelings.
I'm glad that you uncovered the truth of that. But I can assure you that I am here to make sure that does not happen in this kingdom. I have probably known, spoken with, and treated with more changelings in my day.
Well, in due time you'll be scaled by the Harbinger first in his name. When he wakes up.
Very well, I will rise to the occasion.
Yeah, Osiris is a changeling.
But you must know that I, too, hate the changelings.
You do.
Of course. They're
Seems like they
despicable.
blew up your entire city.
It metaphorically and literally did. And I do not wish to see that happen to the kingdom of Cistern. I have come here to await King Anodyne's return and treat with him on the possibility of investigating or performing an inspection on his own government officials and rooting out any deceivers. Does that sound very changeling to you?
Yeah. Keep your enemies close.
Enemies?
And all that.
What are you referring to? Dr. Caius looks at you, he kind of raises a brow. I'm sure he means nothing by it, Consul Arnor. But enough of these. Khanek, it's been a long time, and certainly you have news. Come. He stands abruptly and kind of motions you away from Arnor. Chat another time, perhaps. He goes back to eating. Khanek, where has life taken you since our time in Sanctum?
I
A
told
romantic
you
affair?
I would find the Nexus events, and I would guide the fate of this world. And I have. However, it was not as easy as it would seem. There are larger forces at play, guiding against me. Even the gods themselves war amongst the heavens, and they can't come to consensus.
I have
Powers of
noticed
chaos
such things
Against powers
myself.
of...
He takes you, he's like, come, and he motions you to follow him back. He opens the door. He's like, come, it is not safe
So
to
this is
talk out
where
here.
you're working out of now?
Indeed. I am, well, I am in
Oh, is there?
Cistern to... Oh,
Good, how about yours? Huh?
hey
How
there,
was your
David.
day?
Hey, dude.
Hey, David, order a chopped cheese for a cannon, okay?
True. I love chopped cheese.
I am here for what I can only assume the very same reason you are here. To profit and pillage off of the untapped sands of Cistern.
Days of profit are long gone. I told you that. After that one trip, when you fixed me up, there was no more need for profits. That was a lifetime ago. A foolish proposition of mortal desire. Living like an insect.
He
told you, the
raises
grander
his brow.
purpose. It's not about profit. It's about truth. The truth of these sands that have now been unveiled. The truth of the world.
That is why. On that we can agree. It's why I started to heal instead of steal. And scavenge like a rat.
Change your ways.
You don't
I
believe me.
somehow doubt that. But, well, we all change, I suppose. What has transpired here? In my journeys, I have encountered upon this harbinger, Osiris Aurolus, and when I heard about the coming of Anodyne, I was quite surprised. From what I understood, Cistern was neutral. And from my entire life here, I thought that was the pledge of Cistern. And yet, in our final encounter, our final battle against the machines and Gale entering the war, a harbinger came upon us. Osiris Aurolus, first in his name, voice of Anodyne, bringer
You
of
fuck. I'm
the
never
scales
splitting the
of
party again.
his fucking god. And he said this was all decreed by Anodyne. I don't know. It all seemed so unfamiliar.
Yes, it would appear that Anodyne has broken a great many decrees, traditions. A changed man, it would seem. As soon as he put on the crown.
He's a changeling.
You're not there.
So, why? Why change ancient ways? What new revelation must he have had? Why dig through the sands? We thought these sands only had nothing but bone and some runes. Nothing that we could ever understand.
Yes, well, you and I certainly had our own revelations since our time together in Sanctum. And these larger forces at play, which you speak of, it would seem to me that perhaps there is something beyond, something that Anodyne knows, something perhaps behind the scenes here as to what exactly is transpiring in Rapture. The king of Cistern has never left Cistern. Not the territory, not the kingdom anyway. But Anodyne has. He is not in the city at the moment.
Where the hell is he?
He's overseas, or so they say, on a seaward expedition to meet an unlikely ally. So I hear.
What?
I do
An
not know
unlikely
details
ally.
beyond this, but
Kingdom could possibly even... First of all, are you to tell me that Anodyne has joined in the war against a specific side? From what I understood from Osiris, they were establishing allies, but they had not committed to anything yet. Gale's leader is dead. Destiny has fallen. The leader of...
Cannon, what's your place again called again? Your retards.
Safeguard.
The leader of Safeguard exploded. There is all but... And, well, we ourselves are the ones who killed the Dragon Lord. Who else there is left but Sanctum and Bedlam?
And that brings me to why I brought you in here. And he sets down a pack on the bed.
A pack? Oh,
And
I love packs.
You hear the sound of
How many
like
cards are there?
metal bottles clinking, like glass tinctures and vials clacking against each other as he kind of sifts through this pack. And he presents a cube.
Oh,
The Millennium Puzzle!
It looks to be a dwarven cube. Though
that basically means Millennium Puzzle, Jack.
you did not
Holy fuck!
know what
I
what
know
this
exactly what
cube
this...
was for because Brelikk
We're unlocking
died
the Pharaoh's game.
with it.
Wait, what do you mean, Brelikk? Whoa, wait, what?
No, really can't die.
What do you... Wait, hold on. What?
You guys
yeah.
had this dwarven cube for a while, and Brelikk was carrying it, and he never knew what it did, and he just died with it in Bedlam. And so this guy
So now
is...
the GM has to bring it back.
No.
Did I have it with me?
You... What?
Wait, so I have this cube?
He has the cube.
Oh, how did he get the cube?
There's more than one cube.
Oh, but when I looted Brelikk, wouldn't I have taken the cube?
You didn't... I don't know. You didn't say you would.
What do you mean? You don't know? You're the DM!
I mentioned the dwarven
Yeah.
cube in the session.
Yeah,
so
and then nobody said they wanted it, so...
we can check the recording. I mean,
Yeah.
Harry, this is one of those moments where you say, yeah, Jack, you have the cube, and then my character is like, oh, I have a cube just like that, and then it moves into the plot.
Unfortunately,
What
you
the
don't have a cube.
Okay, fine, no cubes.
But he presents you with one, and...
Never seen anything like this before. Fuck is that?
You
Fuck.
ask me who is left to assist the Cisternian regime.
Well, see, this has always confused me about Osiris. Who are they even fighting against in that sense? I mean, he never committed to joining.
who are they fighting against?
He never committed to helping Safeguard, and from all accounts, it seemed as though Haven
By
was
all
deposed, Safeguard was on its last legs. Why help in Safeguard against Sanctum? Listen, we fought alongside Safeguard and Heritage, but truth be told, I don't care for their kingdoms whatsoever. I follow them to deal with my own issues with destiny and the gods. But their kingdoms are crumbling. I expect them to be gone and wiped out by the machines if there is no solutions found to stop their warpath. What I care about is the fate of everything. The machinations of greater beings. So I don't understand. What the fuck does Anodyne think he's doing? What the fuck does Osiris think he's doing?
I do not know what Anodyne wants. But I do know that he's... Well, I should not say no. I should say I have intuitions about who it is he might be meeting overseas. Because you see, those lands which we walked upon, Khanek, those wastelands that we scavenged and survived and thrived, they are owned by... what am I saying? They are owned by a much more ancient people, and one that was presumed to be lost.
David's people. Dun
The
dun
spirit
dun.
podunk army.
Is that what you say?
No,
David's people? Yeah.
I do not at all say that. In fact,
Aren't you happy we aren't here for the conversation, Jack?
It is the ancestors.
No way!
dwarves, dwarven ancestors.
As far as I know, I am the only one who know this.
You saying dwarves?
I hate you, Harry.
I thought Sanctum. Isn't that just Sanctum? Sanctum wants the return of the dwarves, do they not?
I'll just write them into the story. David can hear this, man.
That is correct. And while I know their history, and you are learned, and you know their history, not
Correct.
everyone in the Rapture is so informed
Knowing
as
their
you and
history.
I.
Correct.
Anodyne sees this is an opportunity to eliminate an enemy. The robots of Sanctum.
But don't. I thought Sanctum, from what I understood, we met a former machine of Sanctum. He told us that the current hive mind decision makers of Sanctum want to bring back the dwarves. So this doesn't make sense to me.
That is true. And they have succeeded. It is what I am telling you.
But then who again? Who is the enemy here? Because Sanctum's working with Bedlam.
Anodyne does not see Sanctum as an enemy. That is what I tell you.
Who does Anodyne see as the enemy?
I do not know.
Oh my god.
That question is perhaps for the king himself, if you can get him to answer it. But
I'm sure Osiris will get us an audience.
these
He's of any
ancestors
use.
were never truly gone. They were in hiding. And he
What?
holds up the cube a little bit more.
It's a dwarven cube.
The first faithful, Brelikk, the former king of Heritage, he told us that he had once encountered spectral forms of these dwarves. However, he never said anything about them surviving.
Of course, many ancestors still perished in the Cataclysm. Few cubes were ever constructed.
God damn it.
The ancestors were able to shelter themselves, you see, from this cataclysm using dimensional technology, cube-like devices, and it is powered by streakstone. These cubes act as their homesteads. None able to use or interact with these cubes aside from those of their lineage. But in sheltering themselves within these cubes, they have trapped themselves. And so these Warforged have been trying as hard as they can to reopen these cubes, to learn.
Is Anodyne aware that the dwarves were trying to genocide their old world during their old war?
Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't.
Fuck would he ally with them?
That is a good question. As I say,
Interesting.
there are larger forces at play here, as you say.
So Endine is overseas in Sanctum, I would presume?
He is due to be back in 2 days' time. They are going to have a welcoming parade for when he does.
You know,
Mm,
there was a priest from here. The first
of his
faithful told us about him. Brother Moro. Apparently he was a priest here in Cistern, and he went full black pill and became Dark Moro. We had to fight him in the fucking winters of Bedlam. You know anything about that guy?
Moro.
face.
It is a name that rings a bell. He was a head priest in House of Huul for many, many years. You are saying he is, he was changeling?
No, not a changeling.
Ah,
None of those assholes were changelings. He became black-pilled, like darkness had filled his soul, in a very cringe way. He started wearing all dark, and he shaved everything. Basically, Brelikk said he'd look completely different, like he changed his personality, and he had no more faith or hope of winning against these outer entity powers. Complete blackpilling. Oh, actually, also, I pull out. What tablets do I have, Harry?
Not chaos.
I don't think you have any of them now.
Okay. What happened to the tablet
Peacekeeper
of
has-
tragedy? Doesn't.
Peacekeeper has the tablet of balance.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Okay,
your
never
characters betrayed you.
I
by
don't
being
know
faithful
shit
to
about
themselves.
neutrality. All right, never mind. Okay.
You're not.
You notice that this cube he holds is...
He's so back.
We are so back.
Let's go, David.
David, did you hear everything?
So
Hell yeah.
during that, so are my people like proto dwarves? What happened?
You're-
No, you
dwarf?
people have nothing to do with this shit,
Okay.
David.
Okay, cool.
It was a meme. It was a meme.
I enjoy my plot of relevance. Thank you very much.
It's as far as we can tell.
Hilarious. The cube that he's holding, it is intact, but it is clearly damaged. And basically, if what he's saying is true, based on what he's saying, he basically thinks that there's dwarves in this cube that he's showing you
Yes.
right
Yes.
now.
I know how
and-
prison realm works.
I wonder if they're just like us for real.
He
How many dwarves are the gods of this world?
takes the cube and he puts it back in his pack. What I intend to do is open it. Now this may take some time,
How
but
can-
I am willing.
Not there.
I am wanting to know for myself if these ancestors are truly alive, and if they are, what treasures they may have hidden away with them.
You know, we
Treasures of knowledge.
were traveling with a being who had something similar. A warlock named Kev. He used to have a ring that could transport us into another realm. I wonder where Kev is now. Perhaps he could give us some insight on these dimensional realms.
That is most interesting. I would very much like to speak with Kev.
I do wonder what Kev and Felix went off to do.
Perhaps your paths will cross once more in the near future. Well, the geopolitical state of Rapture is certainly a topic at hand, yeah? But come, it has been a very, very long time since we've seen one another. Why do we not help ourselves to some food and catch up? Eh?
I hate ketchup.
I'll bring in the rest of my traveling party.
All right, we can assume at this point we've had our full conversation with the giant. Time-wise,
I have my short rest real quick.
Yes.
do it.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should have them do
wait.
the conversation with the
Yeah,
giant.
should we go there and then we'll essentially be caught up?
Yeah, that's what you should do, I think.
Well, no, now you're going to have this conversation with the giant. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Oh,
That's what
yeah,
we should
yeah.
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
As you and David are walking up, David, you're wagoning the unconscious people over to this community pool, and this giant is sitting, like, the pool is not deep enough for any of his body. It's basically just his
Hidden pool.
ass and his feet are in the water, and then, like, everything else is above the water.
Wow.
And as you pass over, the giant and this man in the corner of the tub across from him seem to be in mid-conversation when the man looks over to, like, he looks over to you guys as you pass, and then he does a double take, and he sees you, Basong. And
Yeah.
he kind of raises his hand out of the water and just in, like, a very casual, like, arm wave to you.
Song time.
Hey, Apoleki!
I remember you. I
Is
think.
that you?
There's spiders crawling around everywhere on this map, Harry. What the
Wow, why are
fuck?
there spiders crawling out of the water?
Listen, I do not control the mechanics of Foundry.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of spiders
I
here.
don't think I'd be very comfortable with spiders crawling out of the water.
We'll say one's just floating dead, and the guy, like, picks it out of the water and throws it behind him.
These are all like tarantula sand spider bitches, like.
I was not expecting to see you here, Apoleki.
Jason Momoa?
I wasn't expecting
What
to see
the
you
fuck?
kids.
David has backstory?
Yeah,
What
he
the fuck?
does.
There's podunk lore? What the fuck is going on in this session?
You got juked and then you were disarmed, and then you got hit with the real lore, Jack.
What the fuck is going on in Shibuya?
Shut up, Jack.
Please join us in the water. We were just having a conversation with Belle.
Does this guy eat people too?
You know, the song, do you know this guy?
He's a kinsman. I know that much.
Wait, aren't you the king? Aren't you like the god king of your people though?
Former high chieftain.
Oh, so you're not the high chieftain anymore.
Yeah, no, that's
I
my
looked at the
son.
guy, I'm like, do you know him?
Oh, of course. This is the Apolaki, the most distinguished champion of the Igodong people.
You made a whole fake language, the Apolaki.
It's actually a real term, Jack. Sorry.
Yeah,
This
come on
is
now.
crazy. This is the Apolaki.
Wow, yeah man, this is crazy man.
Oh,
man, this is
crazy city, man.
I am Igodong, as you are, Apolaki. My name is Malik, and this is Bell. And he gestures
name,
over to the
really?
giant. Please, have your friend join us here in the tub. He gestures to you, Rolland. Will you enjoy the warm water with us?
I'll dip
Why
my
not?
toes, if I don't mind. This is... Wow.
The giant
Forgive me.
abruptly
Oh, go ahead.
interjects with his booming voice. I had a question.
Please.
He looks to you, Rolland, and he kind of shifts
He
his
looks so healthy
body.
compared to the last giant.
shifts, looks down to you. Tribeman, say, there big water beyond sand.
That would be the ocean, yes.
He brings his head down toward you, Rolland. You see big water beyond sand.
I have seen it. Yes.
Mmm. Very interesting.
My large friend, if I may, have you ever been to the Highlands of Heritage?
Hmm? No.
Does this guy look like the same kind of-
Belluminos has been in the
Okay.
sand.
Okay, so this is like
for a
the
long
mentally ill
time.
giant that they kicked out of Sparta, and then he like grew up in Cistern.
But
So check him for
friend,
deformities, Canon.
Call me Bell.
I call him Beljack.
Illness.
Yes,
It's very nice to
our
meet you,
people
Bell.
have sailed the big water for many generations.
It's just Moana.
The water beyond the sand is endless. The Apolaki will be able to tell you all about his escapades beyond the sand.
I'm mildly confused why you're here, kinsman. I thought travel beyond the archipelago was still restricted.
Ah. Yes, well, not
Jeez.
according to your son.
Oh!
Harry just pulls out the.
He probably stole your wives too.
What the fuck? It's his son. What do you mean,
You
Cannon?
see,
Bro, he probably got a bunch of wives and was like,
We're
sorry,
cannibals,
Dad.
not incestuous can. I don't know what they're practicing over there in Safeguard.
Only one of them is his mother.
of no disrespect to you, Apolaki,
Cannon has a point though.
your son, he is in
Dick.
the city of Cistern.
He's what?
He has brought us here. What I,
Amihan is here.
what yes,
Holy shit! Wait, Harry.
Perhaps
Harry,
I have-
you're gonna mog on the whole like son and father thing. In Classmaiden, Cannon played John's father and he played Will's son. Now you get to be Cannon's father and David's son.
Bro.
That's crazy, man.
Perhaps,
What-
perhaps I have said too much, Apolaki. I will leave it to you to sort out with Amihan. But
Yeah,
I am here
suppose I
at his
would-
behest.
I understand.
I
Has he taken the entire tribe across the sea?
Only a select few of our warriors.
I see. I have a lot to think about. This breaks centuries of tradition that he's done.
Oh my god.
Hilarious.
I'm not going to be angry about it just yet, but he gives me a good reason, then
I hope your son's a fucking frat boy, bro.
The Apolaki.
He is said to be back by the end of day, Apolaki.
I see.
He is staying here with us in this establishment, this structure of mud and sand.
I see.
If I may inquire, I have some experience with matters like this personally.
Yes, Rolland. What would you like to say?
No, I have a question for your kinsman.
All right, ask it.
What, after Basong left the tribe, on his venture temporarily, his son, what was the reaction? How long was it before he started making these changes?
Well, I am sure Apolaki remembers Amihan was... he was difficult to please. And... well, he was none too upon his father's departure. For he sought title of Apolaki.
He was said to inherit it. Or, not inherit, but earn it himself if he'd proven himself in my absence. I take it he has earned the mantle?
Sounds more like he took it for himself.
Family matters, where'd my voice go?
Yeah.
I'm
sorry,
drifting toward
Basong.
Vidalkins.
Here I come, I am seeing
You
man.
see,
There you go, recapture it.
Yeah, recalibrated. You see... fuck, what was the last thing that was said?
Family matters are not.
Family matters are that of the tribe back on the archipelago. But I will say this, Apolaki, that I believe perhaps this is his way of proving himself.
That remains to be seen. Alright, be well, kinsman.
And you, Apolaki. And the giant, upon your departure, continues his musings. Beluminos need to cool down. Puny sand puddle not big enough. Need find water beyond sand. He stands. The water falling from his shoulders, spilling out of the pool, creating waves all throughout. The Azamar man standing next to him shoots up as he was sitting on the steps. He looks concerned as he moves to follow the giant. You cannot cross the desert by yourself. You'll need supplies. And the two of them begin walking out of the scene.
Oh, okay, they're together.
Uh-huh.
They're like a slapstick comedy duo.
It would appear that way.
I
Yeah.
must go take a piss.
Crazy. Holy shit, this guy had content prepared.
I made one joke about being plot irrelevant, and Harry decided, nah, that's
Yeah,
not gonna
I
stay.
was like, that's why I said hilarious, because you guys always say the thing that I'm about to do.
What can I say, Harry? We have a sense of dramatic irony.
Yeah, it's good.
I hate the gift of prophecy.
This is a banger. I can't believe Will missed this session, man.
Yeah, so that, realistically, that was why I was joking about Will's character meat riding everyone but Basong, but he has a title.
Khanek, you are leaving your parting ways from Dr. Qeynos just for a moment to go check on your party members. And you guys are finishing this conversation with the giant and the Iganong tribesmen. All at the same time. So, Khanek, you're trying to come back to the party?
He's at pissing right now.
Every turned.
Oh, okay.
In the beninging.
Khanek, you're parting from Dr. Qeynos. Are you
No,
trying-
I'm just gonna. I just told him to sit still. I'm gonna go grab my party.
Oh, okay. I'll put him back in then. Boop. So yeah, you head on out to the party. You pass by Arnor on the way out. He raises his cup to you. And you all find yourselves. Osiris and Dalen are still in the wagon, and Rolland
We have,
looks like he just pulling on his boots.
much to discuss, as it would seem.
I
Yes,
have a
well,
lot to think about.
the song may need.
We all do.
We need a day or two here at the minimum. New
Well,
developments.
we're gonna be here longer for a day. I trust when Osiris wakes up, he's gonna be quite interested in what I have to say.
And I
Did you
kick
find the
Osiris
doctor?
again. Wake the fuck up.
Slap him. Slap him.
No, I just kick him. Wake the fuck up.
Nothing.
He doesn't stir.
Okay.
Follow me.
He looks like he'll be up for a while yet. Do you want to bring Osiris to the doctor?
Yeah, just follow me. Bring everyone in here.
Song, are you ready to go inside?
I'll
Why
follow.
isn't Dalen waking the fuck up either? Fucking
I quickly feel like as Basong is following, thinking, new skill. I just lean over and essentially not hiding it, but I just explain to him, oh, we ran into his tribe. It looks like Basong might have some political infighting.
Politics.
His son decided to
Son?
get a head start on his career as the next leader of their clan, and he's currently here in Cistern.
Okay, whatever.
Yes. Should we wait for Osiris to wake up, or do you want to fill me in?
No, just get him the fuck in here.
Okay.
We should talk.
Okay. I'll wheel him in while the song's thinking.
Okay.
So, as it would seem, Anodyne is on the move, and
Prince Annabelle?
his intentions are to work with the dwarves, which we thought long dead. I should introduce you. This is a former scavenger, the doctor here.
He holds his hand out
This-
to you. Dr. Qeynos.
Pleasure.
This is Rolland of Safeguard, probably the highest ranking member of Safeguard left alive now. That kingdom is fucked. This is
And-
Osiris Aurolus, out of commission. We thought he was dead.
Yes, you have a few
Harbinger, first
unconscious
edition.
individuals with you here.
Dalen,
Are they seeking medical
experiment
attention?
of Dr. Aluzad.
Doctor
Where the fuck
Osiris,
is
yes.
where the fuck is
Dalen
Bosun?
does not have a normal anatomy.
You say
believe that's
Dr.
true, right?
Aluzad.
Yes, Dalen, experiment of Dr. Aluzad, the madman.
Very interesting.
What do you know of Aluzad?
He too was a wastelander once upon a time.
Right. There were many Vidalcan among our wastelandering days.
It was after what happened to you. And we had you sent back to Cistern.
Huh.
I knew him well enough. He was
Well, he's dead now.
eccentric. Ah. How did that
Yeah.
come to pass?
He lost consciousness while I carried him across the magma. We were trying to, we had just killed the Emperor of the Dragonborn.
You're just...
And, we were on the way to escape. And he unfortunately was not able to make it.
Emperor Catal?
Emperor Catal, correct. Remember I told you? We ourselves are the ones who destroyed Emperor Catal.
I must have missed that when you said it before. That is...
It's true,
David,
I
are
was
you
there.
wanting to be in there with them, or are you outside with your thoughts?
Yeah.
I'll sit outside and think. Yeah,
Okay.
they can fill me in later.
You look to the left, and there's like a man awkwardly sitting on the bench beside you. Roll me an
Alright,
insight
it's
check.
fine. Okay.
Everybody else, you're, we'll come back to that. Carried across magma, dropped, or nope, you did not say that. Lost consciousness. But by lost consciousness, I can only assume you mean dead.
Well, he wasn't dead, per se. Yet. And then he fell into the lava and was never seen again. I would presume he is dead by all standards and definition of the word.
Well, that is a bad way to go.
He was unconscious when it happened. I'm sure it was painless.
I'm sure it was. Still, death of Emperor Catal. I do not believe that news has reached anywhere outside. It's not reached Cistern, for sure.
Well, it makes no difference. Forlorn was stuck in their drawn-out war against Heritage and Safeguard, all truly weak kingdoms in the
Truly.
end. Same with Gale. The only kingdoms that really matter is Sanctum. Have you seen Sanctum's war machines as of late? They are undisputably...
I'm sure news of Safeguard's battle with Forlorn and was it just Forlorn? Who the fuck did they fight again? Who did we fight?
Forlorn...
Dragon Forlorn.
It was Forlorn and Gale.
Yeah, with Forlorn and Gale has spread even to here by now, right? I say to him.
The news of Gale has reached us, yes. We were not
What has
aware of
happened to
the-
Gale in the meantime? Their leader is also dead. Same with Safeguard. We have been, ever since killing Catal and fighting that final battle, we have been preoccupied with events in Bedlam. We don't know how this news has traveled. What has happened of Gale and Safeguard in the meantime? And Heritage.
I am
We
not
moved
sure
all of Heritage's people away.
of the nature of Gale, but I am traveling there in the next few days. I am only passing through Cistern.
What are you traveling to Gale for?
To answer your very question of what it is that has transpired, I am making my regular rounds through the different kingdoms on the western side of Rapture for healing supplies and medical attention. You see, I am a man of routine now.
Okay. Well, anyways. So what do you know of Safeguard?
As for Safeguard, it has been said that Saeoth fell in battle.
Yeah, he killed himself by exploding.
Ugh.
He took one final suicide for Aewa and blew up in a bomb of light.
That is a way
Yes,
to
it's-
go.
Eventually, my goal to I'm making my way back towards Safeguard.
And then the
Bedlam had
next
to be dealt with
highest,
first.
this ancient
The Azamar we encountered, who would have probably been the next highest rank, he also perished on the mountains of Forlorn, as well as the Goliath who was in charge. Turns out he was a fucking traitor, as we thought. Not a changeling, but a fucking traitor. He also perished, so it would seem Rolland here, though undead, is the next highest ranking member of Safeguard, although he is now objectively evil by the standards of Huul.
No. By the standards of Huul is a statement I won't deny.
Well, by the standards of Huul, but you must admit your situation is quite precarious. Are you sure your people would be so tolerant as to accept you as their leader, undead Rolland?
I do not know, but I will always... I will go back to offer my help, and if I'm not wanted, then I shall not be there anymore.
Yes, I shall not be so, There you go, David. I just posted in chat again.
Thanks,
Plus
boss.
1 proficiency to, like,
Boss!
your proficiency modifier.
Hey,
Called him fucking boss. Like he's a fucking shopkeeper.
Bro, it's
Give you a
the
chopped
thing.
cheese. No, I
He
know.
calls
You
everyone
walked into
boss.
him like he's a fucking bodega chopped cheese fucking seller. You're like, all right, boss, I want this on my chopped cheese today.
Maybe he wants some of his chopped cheese.
Fuck
I
you,
love having
chopped
a
cheese
plus 1
enjoyer.
proficiency on my chopped cheese.
And what is your
Yeah.
rank within this kingdom? Rolland?
Me.
Yes, of Safeguard.
Okay, I always forget the title, Harry.
Captain?
Commander Rolland.
Captain of the guard.
Captain
Captain
of the guard, right?
Zorn.
Oh,
Captain Zorn.
Captain of the Enforcers, Captain Zorn, yeah.
Yeah. I'm Roland Zorn, Captain Zorn, being captain of the Enforcers.
Enforcers?
A branch of... Yes, you're familiar.
Not particularly, but there is one sitting out in the tavern, I believe. The townsfolk were making a fuss about him before he told them off, and now they do not
Oh, maybe
talk
he's
to
here
him.
because your kingdom got destroyed.
You know what
But-
he was doing here.
I do not. I have not spoken with him myself yet. But what is my point in assessing this is, Khanek, I would not be so quick to assume that the people of Safeguard would not accept him. Given all of the traditions being broken in this world, it would seem as though a new age is upon us.
What tradition is Safeguard breaking now that I need to be aware of?
Well, the undead, as you say, reborn, ruling that of the kingdom of Safeguard. They believe
What do you-
that heroes arise in unlikely places.
Is Jorma in charge of Safeguard now?
No, we would never let a... Anyways.
And then he is. Oh my god, bro. That would be the death of Can. He would
Just another group.
he would blow his brains out, I think, if I did that.
So who
I just
leads
need to-
Safeguard now?
Please tell me what news you have.
Well, as far as I understand, city is on lockdown, and I mean more of a lockdown than even before. It is a... what is name? Gonath?
Fuck.
No, but we killed Gonath.
Maybe not.
He was the traitor.
Wait, you
He
have
was the
killed
traitor
a
we
great many people. You've seen lots of death, Khanek. What is...
Yeah,
It would seem
Maybe not.
as though we have walked
All the
different
important people.
paths.
I told you. All the important people, all the Nexus events. I would kill them all and change destiny if I have to. They stand in the way of progress, of truth.
He kind of looks at you with those narrowed eyes that he always seems to perpetually have. And he looks to you very seriously. Khanek, as if like considering something for the first time after as long as he's known you. You say that you follow machinations and nexus events that pull you toward the fate. Yes?
Yes.
He kind of thinks to himself for a moment, and you've always known Dr. Caius as more of a scientific remedy man, you know, like he's not...
Oh, really? To me, he was
to-
always a grifter, I thought.
Well, yes, but like within that, you know, he was more science-based. He took great interest in like dwarven tools and devices, and what you're expressing to him is just the opposite. Basically, belief, like guiding you through life, and somehow it is working. You know, like, or it's taking you through all of these very important moments and meeting all of these very important people. And I think in this moment it's just hitting him how different the paths are that you both have taken. Well, to each their own. I suppose if you are to continue following this path that you see before you, where does it end?
It ends when I stand against God.
And which god do you speak of?
All of them. I'll bring them all to heel. I'll unveil the grand curtain we play on.
Caius nods his head, like, very seriously, feeling, like, emboldened. I believe you can do it, Khanek.
Right now, they call me to their extra-dimensional planes to communicate, but eventually, I'll bring them to heel. They hide in their extra dimensions. They believe they can influence us from outside our ability to commune. But one day we will reach them.
But right now, if anything, they must share the same level of fear as we do to certain malevolent actors. And thus, they help us. But it also shows their weakness. It gives me belief. It makes me know what I can do.
I'm just trying to safeguard.
I'm trying to save Safeguard.
He says as he passively destroys Safeguard.
Domino effect.
Exactly.
And myself. Why are there spiders everywhere?
It's a tavern, bro. Of course there's spiders everywhere.
Fucking desert spiders.
It's funny because I set them to like the lowest setting I possibly could, and there's still too many. I knew you guys would bring it up, and I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna do it.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm like,
So
if I
good.
could make it just so like 1 or 2 or 3 showed up, no, they gotta be crawling all over the fucking place. Anyway, Dr. Caius will look to Osiris and Dalen, who are laid side by side on the bed. And then back to you, Khanek. He says, I will tend to your friends here. And
Be careful with this one. I point to Osiris.
We thought he was destroyed. In our final confrontation in Bedlam, when I told you we were ambushed by those traitors of their nations, the machine one, he completely obliterated Brelikk, the king of heritage, the last remaining, well, I suppose, the long-standing first faithful. Dalen here is technically also one of them, but he was less involved. But he destroyed Brelikk outside of few weapons with magical properties. Osiris, however, we thought everything had been disintegrated on him, yet he survives to fight another day. I don't know what to make of that. And also, watch out with Dalen. He has Aluzan has programmed with him some weird blood shit going on with some blood fetuses. Same with Rolland here, really. These undead have some certain blood fetus properties that defend themselves.
I see. Yes. Blood fetus. Is that what you call what you have strapped to your chest? And he gestures to Roland's baby carrier.
Oh, yeah.
Rolland, you have not checked on this baby since, like, it was put on you.
Is it alive?
No.
What?
It stopped giggling and goo-goo guying a long time ago. You just never noticed.
I really wish someone hadn't seen this before. Now if I get rid of it, it'll be weird.
Well, come, give to me. Let me see what can be done about this.
Please, by all means, Doctor.
I hope as he tries to take it away from you, it just starts screeching and it fucking reattaches you. And it fucking re-embeds itself into you.
Yeah, stop projecting you peds, guy.
You take the
The
baby carrier off and you give it to Dr.
Please,
Caius.
Harry. Parasite him.
The baby just is limp in Dr. Caius's hands.
That's not a good Apgar score.
And and he puts it on the pillow.
I'm gonna score that a 0 out of 10.
And he kind of puts all its limbs where they're supposed to be, and it's like, I will do what I can. Now, it would seem you all have had quite the journey getting here.
I think if you just give it some blood, it should self-revive. I think that's... Rolland, stick your hand out.
Maybe it's a good thing it doesn't.
I grab Roland's hand and I lay it over the baby, and then I fucking slice Roland's palm and drip some of Roland's blood onto
Damn
it.
it. Alright, fine.
Some of his necrosed, blackened, gooey blood.
You do that,
Yeah,
and you
Yeah.
let him.
I do that.
I don't really have the same kind of blood anymore. Ow, okay.
Dark red, almost black blood trickles out of your hand and into the mouth of the baby.
Just on it.
Oh, just on the baby.
I think so.
Yeah, it drips. Drips. Nothing immediately seems to be happening, but you are bleeding on the
Sure,
baby.
this will
We need the
resuscitate
blood of an
the baby in
innocent.
due time. Blood of an innocent.
We need the blood of an innocent. Come here, Dr. Caius.
I don't think
Find me a
None of the
virgin.
guys did it.
there are no innocents in this.
But song,
in
you
this
have virgins. No, I'm kidding. I forgot your son took them.
I'm sorry, did someone bitchless just speak to me?
The song from the hallway.
No. Basong's here. Song's totally here. He's like right outside the door.
I am right outside the door. I sneeze at someone talking about me.
Yeah.
Basong, the man to the left of you on the bench in the hallway. He's still sitting on that bench, and he just doesn't seem to be doing anything in particular. That's all.
Clown, hammer.
But like in front of him is just a wall.
well, I'm not gonna harass someone. He's not doing anything. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, okay, alright, cool. I thought you were gonna say, like, he's staring into my soul or something, you know?
Oh, no. He's minding his own
No.
business.
Good. As he should.
And at that, he again looks at these bodies now splayed out with the dead baby.
Right.
You realize in this moment too that the baby being dead is actually what Dr. Aluzad initially wanted. So you're not sure what that means, but it's laying on the bed now. Dr. Qeynos just says, this will take more than a moment, to be sure. Please give me time with my patients. And then he looks to you, Khanek.
You can trust this guy, Khanek?
Yeah, I trust that he's not a fucking changeling.
If I were, I could not possibly know our history. It is far too...
That's not true.
Splendid.
These changelings know fucking everything.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I will come find you later, Khanek, and we will catch up more. Please, on your way out, Captain Zorn, help yourself to my elixirs. You may find use for them now or in the future. I recommend taking a rest.
A rest?
A rest, yeah. He
a rest, okay.
There's a bag next to the door, and it's kind of full of just different potions. You want to look through them?
Yeah. I browse.
Make an investigation check. You can do so as well, Khanek.
Investigate.
Investigate.
Wow. Good stuff, guys.
God damn.
We found the potions.
Well,
Ooh,
it's
healing potions,
which
my favorite.
potions you find.
All of them.
Yeah, all
All
of them. It's a combined 56.
Harry, I'll just load up 5 tools and take one of each. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You can add 3 potions of haste to your inventory, Rolland, and
I'm sorry, what?
2. I think they're called potions of speed, and then 2 potions of heal, which is the big heal.
Sorry, David.
Alright.
Guess you should have come in here for the mini fridge.
That's unfortunate. Oh well.
You guys could always
Bloggers!
give some to him when you leave.
What does the potion of haste do? Is that just the haste spell?
Yep.
But that's what the potion of speed also does. I just looked
It's
it up.
he
Yeah,
clarified
so
it's just a speed potion.
It's just
Oh,
a
okay,
potion
I
of
see.
speed, yeah.
I see. So 3 of those. Gotcha. Cool.
Let's see. Safeguard. What am I looking for? Northgate. Okay, I'm gonna drag 2 potions of heal into your inventory. I do not have. Or let me see. I probably do. Items. Speed.
Alright, I just imported it from Plutonium.
Oh, nice.
Wait, so that's what Canon finds, or is that what we both find?
That's what Canon finds.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so is the potion of speed and what? Where is that?
Heals.
3 potions of speed and 2 potions of heal. I already added the potions of
Okay.
heal to your inventory.
Thank you.
Khanek, you would find 2 potions of speed, 2 potions of speed. 3 potions of superior healing. I'll drag these in. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And you find a potion of mind reading.
Okay, 2x speed, 3x superior heal, mind reading.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're in your
Cool.
sheet now.
Cool.
And
Really?
you
Blockers?
would be seen out the door by Dr. Caius. And David.
Oh, he's still in there?
Dr. Caius? Yeah, he stays in there.
They had to actively search through his stuff. He didn't just hand it to him.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like a
That's funny.
it was like a Pokemon situation, I guess.
Gotcha.
Grab stuff out of my bag. I don't know.
Oh, Harry, could I, while they're talking in there, could I use the shears, the shadow shears?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Whoa. To make your
Okay.
shadow?
Go ahead and
Yeah, I
That's sick.
Go.
He's gonna use his shadow to fuck with his son, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Oh my god. Holy based.
I have a shadow clone now. I just wanted to have it up and ready for whatever happens next.
Those are shadow clones. That takes a lot of chakra.
Is this guy still just staring blankly at a wall?
He's obviously evil. You may as well kill him.
What I'm saying, dude.
he itches his chin and he goes back to looking at the wall.
So when we go outside, we should probably talk to the safeguard cunt. I'm assuming he's the big ass sword guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke the
Perhaps
wall
you should
here that
talk
he's
to your
looking at.
fellow safeguardian and get an update on the situation. Since the last Caius heard, Garneth was in charge, and that doesn't seem all that true, now does it?
Hmm. I don't know if they share your suspicion, Connor.
Roland, get in there.
Okay, alright, fine, I go. Let's go find him.
He's out
Yeah, he's
here in
right
the
there.
bar.
I point him. He's right there. He's a big fucking sword. looks very
Harry,
paladin.
before I approach this guy, which I know I just approached him, but
Uh-huh.
can I just get a read on him? Like, what branch of the military is he from? Like, that sort of thing?
He's definitely enforcers kind of have their own like uniform. Like
Yeah.
they're individualized. As we've seen so far, and this guy is definitely giving that. Does not look like a defender.
Okay,
Um,
okay. I mean, a defender wouldn't really leave the city
Possibly
anyways.
he possibly well, no, I mean, yeah, you would recognize it. The blade that is sitting against the table is an Archon blade.
Oh.
And he
Damn. I got streak
Good
stone
thing
one?
I also have an Archon blade.
it's just an Archon blade, yeah.
I pull out my Archon blade.
Is it
and
a
I
great sword or is
Which?
it a
come to this side of the table, Harry.
long sword?
Or I don't know if what an Archon is got like hyped up over the course of
Well, no.
this campaign. but
Ours is a,
Well, because Archon
a
sent,
great sword.
bro.
Yeah.
Archons are
But anyways,
like,
Harry,
Archons
I pull
are
out
like
my
captains
Archon
in the okay. You do so.
yeah, and I set it down as well, and I sit there.
I haven't approached him yet. What the f- anyways.
do you want Roland to
bad.
approach him or do you want this guy?
No, I also sit down.
Oh, okay.
I sit there too.
I'm not done observing.
Too bad. I walked up, lost your chance, dumbass, and I
Well,
sit down and I
fuck.
pull out my Archon blade and I set it down.
Anyways, Harry, what were you going to say about the Archon Blade?
Archons are like officers, lieutenants. They're kind of like, there's a lot of captains in the vanguard, is what the soldier regiment is called. Like the people who are on the front lines.
Yeah.
Archon Zen is one of them. Was one of them. Archon Amadeus. And this guy, apparently, by his sword, is an Archon as well. You set the sword down next to him at the table, Khanek, and his eyes, like, trace the corners of, like you're in his peripheral vision, and like he kind of clocks you sitting down, setting the blade there, and he looks back down as he eats. He says, "They just give that blade to anyone these days."
Well, safeguards not in the greatest scenario, are they?
Not just anyone. Pale soldier.
Not just anyone. Hilarious. Okay. Where's this guy's art? Where did I put him? Oh, here he is.
Come on, that was a
It was
decent
pretty
intro.
funny. Yeah.
Take it.
He shifts his eyes to the other side of him as you guys like sit on like both sides of him as he's eating his food.
Cannon, why do they
I don't
all
sit
look cooler than you because of the fucking
Fuck
wings, bro?
You.
Even when they're lower ranked than you, all the other like all these fuckers, these Archons, they all got wings. This Archon, the guy we met in Palisade, he was an Azamar, Archon Sen.
We didn't
and then
start
also
this
the
at level
ancient-
20,
the
you fuck.
ancient
I made
Azamar.
art for a fucking like level 10 dude.
I know,
okay?
but they're like all so cool.
Yeah, I know, he's hot,
And you're just
okay?
like a guy.
Fuck you. God.
You're just like a dude.
His
And these guys
eyes-
are fucking
Well,
sick.
because Roland's a human, and these guys are
Yeah.
Asmar as part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Roland's a human.
Most people in Safeguard aren't humans.
Hey guys,
so.
The Archon shifts his eyes to the other side of him, and
I haven't sat down yet, but by the way,
yeah,
I'm
you
greeting him still.
you said
Not just anyone.
not just
Hail
anyone,
soldier.
Hail soldier. And he's like, what are you supposed to be? Another looky-loo?
I know my
Shovels
armor
another
isn't in the
forkful
best
in.
condition, but surely you recognize your captain.
Oh, this could go so poorly. Oh
Something
my
like
god.
holding his laughter at the other table. He's like this close to like falling over
Dude.
and laughing.
You sit down
Oh,
across
this
from
could go
Arnor.
so...
Like, you're sitting
Yeah.
at this table, right, David?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay,
sitting
just
and
for me to
watching
know.
my two goober friends.
Yeah. The Archon shifts his eyes to you more carefully, but not standing
Take
at
off.
any kind of salutation. He's like, the only captain I answer to is in the grave. Vandeus, may he rest in peace. Keeps eating.
He fought valiantly.
What do you claim to be captain of?
Captain Rolland Zorn.
The Enforcers.
Yes.
Ah,
You are not an enforcer.
no. I am not.
I apologize for assuming. If you know Vandeus, perhaps it's more complicated, but I was under the assumption... I mean, I would be right to assume currently the only branches of military are enforcing and defending, right?
Are what and what?
The enforcers and the defenders.
Yes. I mean, you don't know really what's going on with the Vanguard now because...
Oh, so he could be Vanguard. Like ex-Vanguard, basically.
Yes. And that's actually, I don't know if I explained that correctly. That's what you get from his Archon blade as well, is Archon are like captains in the Vanguard. And there's a lot of them.
Oh, okay. I'll just say, like, my apologies.
But it would make sense that he seems like an enforcer to you as well.
I don't see too many Vanguard these days.
You wouldn't. They're all fallen in the muck and mud, dead and gone. To
Yes.
see the Seraph.
Well, Bandeus represented your branch well in that last fight.
So I heard. I was not there. I was not called upon.
It wasn't something... You may not have had time to call for you properly. It all happened very fast.
Yes. And so you were there.
I nod.
Your friend too? He take that blade from a dead Archon. Looting
Funny
the
story,
battlefield.
We've actually
This
had
blade is quite storied. Do you know Archon Sen?
I do.
This blade was passed upon Archon Sen to the King of Heritage, Brelikk, and upon his death, to me, temporarily.
very recent death.
I see. I remember hearing of his passing. I did not realize they never recovered his blade. Suppose that makes sense.
I have to ask, have you been to Safeguard as of late? Seen what it's like? After the battle, I headed straight for Bedlam and Forlorn to deal with our enemies there.
He pushes his food forward and kind of brushes his hands together. Why did you take the fight to Bedlam? What is there for you?
They've been pulling the strings behind the scenes. Even Ganath is involved with Bedlam. In bed, you could say.
Ganath. I have not seen him I have not, what's the word? I have heard reports that he is no longer in the Kingdom of Safeguard. He has
Yes.
made himself to be an absentee ruler.
He may be dead. I may have killed him, and, in Bedlam. But I'll wait till I see it to believe it. His absence, that is.
Could you make me a persuasion check?
Yeah. As soon as my computer stops freaking out. Hold on.
5 billion persuasion.
Persuasion! 29.
He looks at you skeptically initially. Spend a lot of time in Bedlam, do you?
It's my first time, actually.
Well, if you killed Ganath there, then he deserved death. Traitor.
I agree.
Can't trust anyone these days.
This guy's a changeling. No, I'm kidding.
Kind of tongues his cheek. And so what?
Well, anyways, the reason we approached,
Why
we
are
wanted
you
to know.
here? Yes.
Yes, why are you here? What has become of Safeguard? We took the fight. We killed Emperor Catal for you people. What happened to Safeguard?
You people.
What do you mean, you people? No.
You people.
Uh.
We killed your everlong enemy. What has become of Safeguard in the meantime? Have the machines laid siege upon your lands? Are you recovering? Have Jorma's forces come to defend?
I do not know what you are talking about, but
Ooh, Tolig.
I was not aware that you say Emperor Catal is dead.
Yes.
Become Forlorn since Emperor Catal's death. We killed him
was
ourselves.
He was somewhat of a figurehead.
We killed him, we killed his brethren, we killed the High Magistrate, we killed their revived god.
Only person we may not have killed is Muka, their high necromancer.
No, we killed Mokah.
No, we killed him too.
Yes, but he may
He
not
also
be-
reappeared in Bedlam. We killed him.
Yeah,
We did
He's
kill
dead
him.
for sure.
We've killed him 3 times now.
I turned him into ash.
We may kill him more yet.
Actually, no. Why not? Let him show up again. Then I get to eat him.
He looks like at your just casual comment of killing the Emperor, like it's met with great skepticism, but honestly, like with the things you guys are saying and like the confidence in which things are
You
presented,
are skeptical because you see us randomly in a bar here. But you need not be skeptical. We are the main characters of this world.
Be not afraid.
No, I do not deny the significance that I'm sure you hold yourself to. I suppose I am just shocked at my own lack of involvement and awareness with the situation at large.
Well, look, you're involved now, and I have a feeling, by grace of destiny, that whatever god or be a divine being has placed you here for a reason. Although I may say we do not have a great track record with other Azamars. Most of the Azamars that have helped us have ended up dying. But that is a forewarning to you if you help us here in Cistern, that many of the Azamar that have helped us have somehow ended up sacrificing their lives for our pursuits.
They sacrifice themselves, I suppose, because they are the only ones who will,
Yeah, probably.
for your sake.
Probably.
Dear Mr. Vanguard, we accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole year fighting Infant.
You see, you may think me involved in the greater affairs of the world at large, but I do not intend to be. I'm simply here to eat a meal.
Did your own question why you were not called upon by the great leader Vandeus?
We are past that now. Now there is
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Now there is a different calling.
Food?
First the food. Then the... He kind of like looks over to Rolland before he says this. He kind of smirk cracks. First the food, and then the harbingers.
I smile.
I intend to test their mettle in battle. I have heard many tales of their exploits. I wish to see for myself if they are as they are known to be.
Oh, I've spent some time traveling with Osiris. He's nothing special.
The first.
Motherfucker. Will. All right.
Wait.
Timestamp this one. Where are you, Will? Will in the future watching this. Timestamped.
Comedy.
You are speaking of Osiris, first emissary of the King Anodyne.
I am.
The
He seems-
Raven Harbinger.
He seems to know who Osiris is.
Maybe he's
Which
first for his mind.
first for his mind? What is your meaning?
Well, I just don't think he would prove much of a difficulty to defeat in battle.
You fucking
Low diff. Low diff.
low dip. You fucking.
Yeah, low diff.
Well,
I can't wait
if
for
the
future Will to see
Harbinger
this one.
does not stand to meet my expectations, then I simply move on from here. But if they are to best me in battle, then perhaps they are worth my loyalty more than the Seraph ever was. And he
Oh, so
He's
if I
gonna
beat
join the
you up,
Harbingers!
he upchins at you, Rolland. Defiantly, it would seem.
Future Will watching this VOD. If you win this 1v1, that means he's gonna join you.
I can
More
understand
allies.
where you're coming from. But-
Shit.
The Seraph is no more. I intend to return to Safeguard, set the leadership on the right path again. I admit the Seraph in his old age, his leadership, it waned.
I'll give that to you.
But can't you see everything I've been doing and fighting for out here? It's been for a better future for Safeguard. What has Safeguard done to wrong? What has Safeguard done to wrong you so?
Fuck the Seraph. I can't do this with a straight face. Fuck the king's god. Fuck the city. Fuck the king.
Fuck the king.
Oh, it's so strong then.
No, what has Safeguard done? That is a very good question. Have you asked yourself this question in a long time? What steps forward has Safeguard taken? They have been at war with Forlorn for millennia at this point, and still no progress is made. If anything, we are further behind than we ever have been in history.
What do you mean? Forlorn is no longer going to be the same as it ever was. Its leadership dismantled, crippled.
Well, then I suppose it further proves my point. We sit once more on even keel.
This
No
is the time
progress made.
while they catch up and even decide if they want to be a part of this war at all. You will have the opportunity to build stronger than any of the other countries around us. Safeguard is in a time of great peace, with an influx of population that can support the labor it needs.
If this, when this, in the future this will happen. I do not buy into these lies anymore.
And so Cistern is the answer then. Cistern offers you this path you look for.
They have offered me nothing as of yet. But Anodyne makes promising strides for progress, for the future.
Anodyne is a fool who knows not what he tinkers with. A man who bets on ancient dwarvatech. Mysteries and puzzles buried in the ground. That is what he stakes his country's well-being on.
He stakes his country, from my estimation, on standing up for Cistern which is not something a ruler has done in 1,000 years.
Well, to be fair, didn't Vandeus stand up for Safeguard and explode himself in a pillar of light? I must admit, I will say Vandeus did prove himself in that moment to be a man of his word.
And I followed him until he fell.
Shouldn't you follow the commander of your people even after death? Death is
And
not
what-
the end. Isn't your
What-
word and loyalty worth something?
What's this guy's name again?
Fuck loyalty.
What is this guy's name again?
You never said
Cannon?
it. You never
Cannon's
asked
like,
his
I'm gonna
name.
put you down. I'm gonna put you down on my list.
Yeah, my
I'm gonna
naughty
report
list.
you. I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna report you to Aewa. You're gonna go to hell. I'm gonna report you to Aewa. Yeah, I
So
can.
gross. So gross.
I'm reporting you to Aewa.
Listen, pointy man. I'm tired of loyalty.
Oh, he's darkness. Careful now.
And yet
The
you
way
seek
you
another
speak.
master, dog.
Listen. All I'm saying, the way you speak, that line of logic, I think that's what led Goneth to betray his people. Goneth was, we thought he was a changeling. And yet it turns out he was simply
Instead, he was just scum.
a bastard.
A bastard!
So,
True
you
though.
must be
Big
careful
true
with
there.
that line of logic. It is what leads to faulty livelihoods. The black pill, as it were.
And what of me? Vanguard.
What of you?
What do you think?
of you?
My mission, my exploits, all my efforts I have been on this journey for the past months. You not think it a worthy one?
I did not know who you were until you walked up to me 5 minutes ago.
I don't even know who you are.
Listen, Captain Zorn. There is no need for, to be in your status and position is of no importance to a vanguard.
What about the name Archon Amadeus? What about his lasting words?
Fought alongside each other. Believed
An
in
ancient
the same
forebearer
goal.
of your people. Did you know he was still alive, imprisoned in Forlorn when we destroyed the Emperor of... When we destroyed Emperor Catal, we rescued him and he came to our aid in that final battle. Another ancient forebearer of your people. All the sacrifices, the mountain of corpses you stand upon. I am not of Forlorn, but I must say, I am not of Safeguard, but I must say, I thought your words and vows to Aewa were made of tougher stuff from all my interactions with your people.
I intend
It seems
to.
Vandeus not calling upon you has truly damaged your own pride.
Vandeus didn't want to drag anyone else into a battle that he knew we would win.
I believe Vandeus
He
sought
believed
death.
in my efforts.
I believe that he did not call upon his Archon because he did not expect to live the battle that he dove so bravely into.
Maybe.
There is bravery and then there is foolhardiness. As for
Loyalty
Amadeus,
has an end. It is not loyalty.
I did not sit down in this tavern to enjoy a meal and be lectured.
No.
You will think how you would like to think, and I will be my way.
Perhaps your idealism could clash against mine.
As
Do not fight the Harbingers. Fight me instead.
What? What? Fight you.
Yes. You looking for them to prove their worth to you. Allow me the chance to prove mine. Follow me instead. Follow my future for safety.
Out of character, do you want to actually engage in combat with him? Do you want to try to persuade him? Or intimidate?
Well, I'd obviously rather just persuade him.
Yeah.
But if he needs a fight, I'll give it to him.
I think that
some
the way
people need
you're
to have a
approaching
being.
this is more like intimidation. But I feel like the way he's acted so far, it would be...
I'm trying to get to be... I'm not trying to, be hostile.
I'm trying to be a nice guy.
I'm trying
not
to,
letting him be a nice guy.
I'm trying to get him to believe, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right,
if
Khaner's trying to
I had a
unblackpill
choice,
him.
it would be persuasion.
Okay.
But I
I'll-
know that he might not be convinced easily.
Yes, I'll say that the DC is 25.
Oh, that's an Awad DC.
I mean, it's more than a 50% chance for him to get it because he's got a 16.
Hype though. I love Awad DC.
He's got a 16%. You guys are level what? 16, bro?
No, Harry. I got no problem with this. Harry, I got no problem with this. Awad used to give us these DCs at fucking level 1.
Well, okay.
Remember?
Jack, do you... Rolland is saying this. I don't know how you react to it, but do you want to try and help him persuade this guy?
Oh no, I'm not gonna help Rolland
Okay.
persuade him. I only said that out of my own interest of
Yeah,
comedy,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
Khanek thinks it's funny to taunt a religious man's faith.
Yes, of course.
He's not doing this out of any benefits to help him out or anything.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, I only got a 20.
Fight you.
Tough titty.
No, I think I will stick to my initial plan. I will be facing a harbinger. I have heard many great deeds of their escapades. I have heard many great deeds of Osiris Oroles, the first emissary. I have not heard of you.
Alright, Cannon, you just gotta hope that this guy mollywops for
Well-
Osiris. You just gotta hope for that now.
If you lose to these harbingers after hearing my assessment, then maybe wonder to yourself which one of you is truly weak. Believe you me. My apologies.
He nods and puts his head toward, he'll grab his blade from the table.
If you
And
find your path to Aewa again, my safeguard will always have a place for you.
he looks to you as you say this, and he does narrow his eyes, or he furrows his brows as if trying to make sense of you, who you are, and that statement that you just made.
safeguard. Yeah.
You get the feeling that it is not the attitude of Safeguard, basically being
The one he knows.
well, just even the better person, despite that person just shitting all over you for the past whatever. You just come away from it still being well, there will still be a place for you if you decide. It takes him by surprise. He hesitates for a moment, but then he floats upward with his wings and goes for the door.
Holy shit. Holy fuck.
You liked that?
Dude, oh my god. Dude, that line was
Which part?
insane. I have heard of Osiris Oroles. I have not heard of you. Like, what the fuck? That was insane. That line goes so
Dude, this
hard.
this guy's literally out of touch. That is crazy.
Ganon gets clowned part 300.
He is out of touch, like, because it's kind of crazy that he hasn't heard of Rolland, but the line itself is so good.
It is a good line.
Jesus fuck. He just basically said "who megalo" in like a really fancy and respectful way. Like it was like really, it was low-key like really respectful though.
Yeah. No, that was good dialogue. The one thing I wasn't happy was like, I was like, man, I was trying to say like, even if you beat them, they won't measure up to me was what I was trying to say. Like,
yeah.
But I was like,
oh, Canon,
like,
I know what you're trying to do. You know if he fights you, he can't win against you. But you know that if he's weak enough, he could potentially lose against Osiris. You know you're stronger than Osiris, so that's why you're trying to force a fight. But Harry's not going to let that shit slip, because he knows what you're doing, too.
Not without a 25. Yeah. But I was just like, yeah, exactly. I was like, if Osiris is the best, yeah, I've said I don't think he's all that much, you know what I mean? Then really question what you're doing here, man.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel like, you know, you guys are so far along in the campaign and so, like, powerful and experienced and people still don't know who you are, but,
no, it's fine.
Throw one in every once in a while where it's like...
Well, he's a vanguard. He's like the forgotten child, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, it makes sense.
Yeah, you got the vibe that he basically was just stationed on the western side of Rapture, away from the conflict, and then, like, just forgotten about. Yeah. But yeah, as he floats out the door with that closing line of knowing Osiris, not knowing you, and then you offering him refuge still in safeguard should he seek it. The door swings shut, and that's where we'll end the session.
Dude, oh my god. Oh, dude.
I liked the, if loyalty has an end, it is not loyalty at all.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you.
That was super cool. And realistically, like, yeah, like it's not that you're, like, it's hard to argue with, you know.
Yeah.
It's basically he's just become too black-pilled to...
Black-pilled. That's, like, that's literally what Khanek is saying. Because Khanek's, like, every other, like, I was like, that's what Khanek's whole thing is like, every other person I met from this place has been willing to fight to the death and sacrifice themselves for Aewa. But you seem to want to kick the door just like Gonath did.
And the vibe you get, though, is that even though he's more like gray-pilled, like he's almost there, you know, like maybe there's still a chance to come back.
To be fair, the people from the people in Palisade, they weren't black-pilled per se, but they were like more like down a bit. They were like, I don't know if we can do this.
Yeah. They were emboldened by Rolland and your guys' like presence.
Wasn't it? Lazarus is still alive, right?
Yep, as far as you know.
The only one who died was the rogue, the goat rogue.
Yeah, Iramul.
So we still got Lazarus around. God damn, bro. Dude, imagine if there was a fucking squad. If Sen was alive, if Amadeus was... They'd fucking squad up. Lazarus, Sen, Amadeus, this guy. Like, fucking Archon squad, bro.
Yeah, you never
Dude,
got his
the Archon
name.
looks cool as fuck.
Dude, think about the Archon squad.
Oh,
like,
man.
holy...
I know John was there when the Archons were fucking designed.
Like, fucking true resurrection. We need to true resurrect these guys, bro. It's too fucking badass.
John.
That's what I was asking about.
John and I
Brelikk.
concocted Sen, for sure.
Yeah. What about Amadeus?
Amadeus was post John, I think, because.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like out at that point.
Yeah, Atlas is still alive too, so Atlas could be in the squad even though he's not an Azamar.
Yeah,
true.
Which those guys were actually enforcers. Lazarus, Iramul, and Atlas were all enforcers, and they recognized Rolland as like their captain.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then these Archons are kind of rogue because they, Yeah, like either way, like even if they're on the front lines, probably some of them stay there for so long that they're just like, what is the point?
Well, technically, the only like Archons we met is this guy and Sen, because Lazarus wasn't an Archon and Amadeus wasn't an Archon. He was
wasn't
just like
really
a,
one.
like
yeah.
He was more of like an ancient figure, kind of, right?
Yes, he was just at one point in time he was an Archon. He was.
But he would have been like the power level. He's like an ancient Archon.
He was the founder of the. Did I say at the time? I think I did. Maybe I misspoke at the time, and that's why it's been confusing.
Is he the founder of the Archons?
Yes, which I think at the time, though, I said he was...
Fuck, why did he die? No!
Yeah.
Well, I think at the time I said he was founder of the Enforcers, is what I said. But I think I misspoke. Like, he is the Vanguard. Like...
He is the Vanguard.
Founder. Amadeus was the founder of the Vanguard, the Archon, who started the Archons. And I didn't get a chance to address it as this guy because Canon was spitting some fire dialogue, but this guy, you imagine, would have followed Amadeus.
Fuck! No!
Just because...
Why did we let Amadeus die? How did Amadeus die again?
Dropped in the lava, or no, he was just consumed by the lava.
He was just, well...
No, because Rolland was an asshole and he didn't grab him! Fuck, I hate you so much, Canon. You fucking piece of shit bastard. You did this! You coveted power! You're actually evil! You're actually fucking evil! You're actually fucking evil, you fuck. You coveted power. Okay, no, Harry. Okay, Harry. Aewa surely has to judge Canon for doing this shit, right? Like, come on. Canon actually made an active choice that session because he looked at Amadeus, then was like, nope, and he fucking ran away as Amadeus was consumed. There has to be some sort of like, Aewa's like, this guy's an asshole. Like, he could have helped Amadeus out.
I remember Rolland had very low HP. So
what a fucking bastard!
He was not judged too harshly.
Oh, what a bastard this
But
Rolland
Song tried to go
is,
back
man.
for him.
And I think I actually tried to go for him.
He was told no by the world, basically.
Dude, what a insane bastard you are, by the way. And also, okay, Lazarus is an Azamar though. So what if Lazarus gets promoted to being an Archon? You know, he goes back to Safeguard, he gets promoted, and then we give him Sen's Archon Blade, bro. How cool would that be?
That would be cool.
I'll say.
Are the Archon Blades always great swords?
I'll say that Lazarus was. I think Lazarus probably was the. I mean, maybe he has like some kind of ascension because of that, because of becoming an Archon.
He probably goes back.
He was
kind of promoted, bro.
He was the most edgy, even though they're all kind of pretty edgy. He was like the edgiest with the he had like his hair over the eyes and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe it could happen. He'd have to join the Vanguard, but maybe it could happen.
I'll offer him. If he, I mean, it depends. I'm like, if I actually have like a stake in the progression of Safeguard, I'd like try and win this guy back over, reinstill his faith, or like try and find someone to restart the Vanguard, basically.
Yeah.
Was the clown on this map?
Was he?
Was he somewhere? I could smell him. He's lurking somewhere waiting. The last time I was in a fancy establishment, he ruined everything.
I don't know. You might have to just look around more.
Yeah.
Also, is the Blessing of Ivos like a flat +1 to proficiency?
Yes.
Yeah, let me tell you guys how to apply that, by the way, because it's a weird workaround. So, are you guys still in the Foundry?
End the stream. Thanks for watching this.
I applied it my own way. I'm curious if you did it the same way as me.
Session of Tragedy of War will be back eventually. Not next week, not the week after, but we'll